Well, hey guys, we're back with another game for you to check out on Zoom to play with your youth group. This one works best for a small group of people, maximum 8, so perhaps one you want to play in your small group. It's the game Spyfall. Check it out. Spyfall is a really fun game to play. It's kind of similar to Mafia, so if you've ever played that game before, this is probably the closest thing I've found that is like Mafia that you can play on Zoom. Really easy to set up. Just go on to Google, type in Spyfall into the search bar. It's going to be effectively the first result that comes up. Once you enter the website, you'll have two options. Either you can host a new game or you can join a game. So if you're setting up the game as the youth leader, you'll click host a game. All your other youth group members who are playing, they'll click join game. After that, you'll be prompted with a question, which is what is your secret agent name? So you can enter a little name for yourself here, either your normal name or another spy name that you want to have. I'll go for Undercover C. And then I'm welcomed into the home screen. So now you can see I have joined the game Undercover C. There's spaces below for all the other folks who are going to join the game. Their names will be listed there. And at the top you can see there's a code. Now that's the code that everyone else who's joining your game will need. So once you've set up the game, take this code and send it to all the other members of your youth group. Once they click join game back at the start of the home screen, they'll be asked to enter a code, and that's the code that they have to enter if they want to be a part of your game. In this example, we played with 4 people, so 4 names are going to appear on the screen. You can also see at the top there's a little timer. This is just to indicate how long you would like each round to last. The default is 8 minutes. We're just going to keep it at 8 minutes. And then you can just click play at the bottom, and then the game will begin. So as soon as you click start game, the game will begin. The countdown timer will start from 8 minutes down to 0. And how do you play? Well, the object of the game is for you as a group to try and figure out who the spy is. As soon as the game starts, you'll see that I'm shown a location on my screen. The location I'm shown is the circus tent. That same location is shown on everyone's screen apart from one person, and that one person is the spy. The computer randomly picks who the spy will be, and the spy themselves will know that they are the spy, but they have to pretend that they're not the spy and that they too know the destination that's shown on everyone's screen. And so now what will happen is this: you're going to go around and you're going to ask each other a series of questions. So say I go first, I'm going to ask someone else a question on the Zoom call. I can pick whoever I like. I might pick Caleb. And then I'm going to ask Caleb a question. Now I've got an example question at the bottom of the screen. The example question is, do you like coming here? So I could ask Caleb that question, or I could ask him any other question I like. I could ask, when is the last time you visited this place? Or is this somewhere that children would like to go? I could ask him any question I want, and then Caleb has to answer that question. And once I've asked Caleb the question, Caleb then ask someone else a question, and you keep doing this for a series of 8 minutes or however long's on the clock, and you're trying to figure out who the spy is without giving away that the circus tent is the destination that you are describing. Now, as you can imagine, being the spy is very, very difficult because you don't know what destination is being described, and you have to pretend like you do know. But there's a little table at the bottom of the web page which shows you a list of different destinations, and it's one of those destinations that everyone else is describing. So whenever you hear different members of the group answering questions, what you're able to do is to tick off different destinations which you think it isn't, based on the answers that other people on the call give. And so your goal as a spy is to try and figure out what destination are they actually describing. Once the 8 minutes are up and a series of questions have been asked, you as a group can have a bit of a discussion, try and defend yourself that you're not the spy, and then you're going to vote on who you think, as a group, the spy is. If the person you voted for isn't the spy, in that case the spy escapes and the spy gets 2 points and everyone else gets no points. But if you correctly vote for the spy, that means everyone gets 1 point apart from the spy, who gets 0 points. However, if you correctly vote for the spy, they do get one opportunity to guess the location that you are describing, and if they guess it correctly, they actually get 1 point and you all get 0 points. That's why it's important in your questions not to be too obvious that you really are describing the circus tent or whatever destination the computer gave you to describe. So once the round's over, you can play again and keep a tally of the scores. It's the first individual to get to 5 points will be the winner. So it might take at least 3 rounds to finally get a winner. It might take more than that, depending on how many points your teams are able to manage. That's Spyfall. Hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, you might want to check out some of the other videos we've done on different Zoom games you can play with the youth group. Check that out on the channel. And if you've got any suggestions of great Zoom games that you've tried that have worked well, leave them in the comments below and we'll perhaps do a review of it too. Thank you.